All right, we want to get you back to some breaking news we've been sharing with you since the top of the hour. This time from Northwest D.C. Police right now are in an active barricade with a man wanted for a shooting.
Yeah, let's show you where this is happening on Georgia Avenue, not far from Kennedy and Jefferson Streets in the Brightwood Park neighborhood. Our Casey Nolan is live at that scene right now. And Casey, earlier you described this all as chaotic. What's happening right now?
It's a little tense, Les and Zoe. Police now describe this as a person in crisis. We've got a man who is on the roofs of these row homes. Here you can see just across the street from where the crime scene is set up. We've got a crowd here that is a little, it's become, unfortunately, kind of a spectator situation where people are kind of taken aback, but also kind of worried for this individual. Now, I can tell you that police told us, we can see him right now, Kurt's telling me, so he's been going from roof to roof, from awning to awning, as police try to talk him down. Now, we talked about that gun. Police tell us they've recovered the gun, so we don't know if he still has anything, but they certainly don't seem to have a posture like he's armed. They seem to be treating this, again, what they're calling a person in crisis. I've heard people here, telling the cops, look, don't shoot him, don't shoot him. And police officers have been assuring people that they have mental health crisis intervention individuals, trained experts on the scene, and they're telling people here that's who is dealing with this individual. Earlier, just for context, not for salaciousness, I can tell you he was walking around there naked. They have got him to put his clothes on, and at some point it seemed like they were about to talk him into coming down off the awning of one of those buildings. But since then, as you can see, he is now going from roof to roof, house to house, as police are at the bottom trying to help him, they tell us, as this crowd tries to encourage him to be calm and come down.
To see Casey, and because what we're looking at is someone's son, someone's loved one in the midst of a mental health crisis. And we've talked about this a fair amount, about how police departments across the nation and here at home handle these situations. And what it sounds like you're saying that police have told you is that they're acknowledging that this young man is in crisis and they are trying to do what they can to get him some help.
That's right, Leslie. I'll just add one last thing. It sounds, from what we can hear, his mother is here, hoping he gets that help, desperately hoping so.
Hey, Casey, and really quickly, quick question. Do you know if they're going to start to push this crowd back? This seems to be a very sensitive situation as well, and I'm not sure if having the choppers in the air, so many police officers around, if that's adding to the situation at all, or making it worse.
That is an excellent observation, and I can tell you they originally were moving people farther and farther back, but then this has kind of developed into a situation where they weren't able to rope off this scene farther. I mean, we're going to pull the camera off of him ourselves. I do think it's important for us to be here to document, for accountability's sake and for transparency's sake, for the community, that we are here to report on what's going on. But I don't disagree with you, Zoe. At what point do the cameras and the crowd make this situation worse?
Yeah, there has to be a certain dignity with which people who are in crisis, who are actively showing the signs of being in crisis, are treated so that they can indeed get the help that they need, and that ought to be priority one for DC Police and anybody involved there. And now it sounds like we understand why that mother raced through the barricade saying that was her son, because she knew that there was something going on and she wanted to try to get to her son. We're going to watch this, Casey. Thank you for the spirit and the intent that you are bringing to the reporting around this as well, and we'll of course come back as we know things, because this is really important to our community and to our neighbors. We've heard these calls before where people have said we have got to be better about helping our fellow citizens in crisis.
Yeah, and think of DC Police recognizing it right away, that this is what that situation was, and bringing in those mental health experts right away.
We'll be watching to see how this all unfolds, and certainly hoping for the best ending possible.